there's something known as the good day trap. So this is where you're actually doing better. Maybe you're using a technique that I teach known as the 3 steps, which is to acknowledge any thoughts that come up, to tolerate the anxiety that you feel, and to redirect your attention back to the present and your values. When you do that, typically you do start to feel a lot better. You're living much, much more in the present. What we have to remember is that OCD is really a habit. When you've been doing OCD for a long time and suddenly you kind of stop doing it, well, your body doesn't really like that. You're kind of giving up this coping strategy that you've had for a long, long time. It's something that you've done that gives you a sense of control over things. It kind of helps you to deal with your anxiety. When you're ruminating a lot, you may be feeling anxious, but at least you kind of feel that you're doing something about it. When you let go of that, it can be really, really uncomfortable at first. And that can kind of keep you stuck in the trap because we keep on wanting to do it, even though we know that we shouldn't. And oftentimes we end up checking, is it still there? Is there still, a kind of discomfort in the body? Is there still anxiety there? Is there still a rumination that needs kind of paying attention to? The habit is so strong that we really want to check if it's still there or not. Is my progress, is it real? The reality is that, if you are learning to live more in the present, to use something like the 3 steps, then you really are making progress. Yeah, it may not be perfect progress, but as long as you keep going, you are going to be on the right path. And OCD just wants to distract you from that and get you off that path again. Something else is kind of monitoring turns relief into a trigger. When we're constantly kind of looking for, if we're better, am I definitely getting less of those sensations? Am I definitely getting less anxiety? The problem about that is that when you're scanning all the time and you're monitoring and you're looking for those things, the slightest sign that, the anxiety might still be there, that a certain obsession might be a little bit there in the background, as soon as we see a little bit of that, we'll get triggered again. And then we might want to respond to that with a compulsion. And that can very easily spiral out of control. And this is why it's so important that we learn to try to let go of monitoring, of kind of checking in with ourselves, and actually just acknowledge that it's normal to have, some leftover bits and pieces of anxiety or, certain thoughts popping up into your head. It's not about eliminating those things altogether. What it's really about is whenever those things come up, just acknowledging them, allowing them to be there in the background, and trying to bring your attention back to the present moment as best you can. And if you're struggling with this, I have a 12-week program to help you to break free from OCD. If you're interested in applying for that, you can by heading over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com. There's a link in the show notes. So what it actually means when symptoms come and go, well, what it really means is that you are actually making progress. You're not standing still. You're kind of dealing with the OCD more now. You're learning how to live more in the present, how to focus more on your values, how to stop trying to have certainty all the time. Trying to kind of ruminate until you feel comfortable is a clear sign that you're still stuck in OCD. When you begin to let go of that, as I was talking about earlier, that's amazing. That really helps you to start making progress. But it's also very uncomfortable. You're trying to learn a new way of being in the world. You've got to develop new neuropathways that are healthier, more supportive, that allow you to kind of, to live in the present moment rather than being stuck in your head with your thoughts, looking for certainty all the time. So, of course, when you're doing this, the symptoms are going to come and go. That doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It means that you're actually, like this person here, you're on your path. There may be clouds that come and go, but as long as you keep moving and you keep walking, you're moving in a helpful direction that in the end is going to take you somewhere much more interesting than being there, stuck with your thoughts, looking for certainty all the time. So the real skill is, same response on good and bad days. We don't have to kind of always feel good all the time. We're allowed to have good days. We're allowed to have bad days. I think sometimes when we do have a bad day, we can get very caught up in a similar way. I'm having a bad day. This is a huge setback. Now I thought I'd made all this progress, and no, I've gone back to square one. But even on the good days, we can do something similar where we're just so nervous on those good days. What if it comes in again? What if I get an intrusive thought right now? It's going to ruin all this progress. I think the really important message that I'm trying to get across to you today is that no, not at all. If you're having a good day, that's fantastic. You can keep it a good day as long as you're willing to kind of allow some difficult moments to kind of come and go. It's not about just having a perfect day. It's really about recognizing that real progress is turning up in your life, doing whatever it is that you want to do, not avoiding things. And, recognizing that there's going to be lots of good moments during that day, but there may be some challenging moments that come up. There may be intrusive thoughts, difficult moments that you really wish weren't there. There may be very difficult anxiety kind of popping in and out. But as long as you don't fixate too much on those things, and you try to kind of recognize that they're just passing moments, and that you bring the spotlight of your attention back to the present and what you really want to focus on, then those things are not going to derail you. They're not going to cause you to have a massive setback. And, I think that's the really important thing to get across here. So many thanks. I really hope that you enjoyed that. Remember, I do have my 12-week program to help you to break free from OCD and anxiety. It includes one-to-one coaching sessions. There's also meditations, there's videos, there's worksheets. There's an optional weekly group session. If you're interested in doing that and really making progress with your OCD, you can head over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com, and book in there for a free discovery call. Many thanks, and I'll see you next time. This video is for education only. It's not therapy or medical advice. If you're struggling, please speak with a licensed mental health professional.